So you're a vegetarian and you want to go bulletproof. Here's what you need to know even if you don't read the blog post. Number one, here's the things you got to pay attention to. Your omega-3s and getting the right kind of omega-3s. EPA and DHA are the most important omega-3 oils. They come from animal and marine sources and your body can use them as soon as you eat them. ALA is the omega-3 that's found in most plants, but your body has to convert it to EPA and DHA to use it, and your body sucks at doing that. You can convert maybe 6% of your ALA to EPA and maybe 4% of ALA to DHA if all of your conversion pathways are working properly, and it's a lot of work for your body to do this. You're capable of it, but it's not an optimal state. Getting a little bit of these oils is going to make a difference for you. So I recommend you supplement with krill oil or fish oil and eat pastured eggs to get your EPA and DHA. But krill and fish aren't strictly vegetarian, but they're almost like vegetables of the sea, we can pretend. If you really want a vegan source, algae extract is really the only option you have here, and I'm not convinced it's as good as DHA that comes from fish. Be extra careful that you don't eat too many omega-6s, which is very common on vegetarian diets. I certainly had that problem when I was a raw vegan. Chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, and other popular sources of omega-3s all contain tons of ALA, but they're not really useful for you. And you probably wouldn't really know this, but flax seeds have way more estrogen than soy does, so you're going to get too much estrogen if you rely on these oils. Your body is not made out of these kind of oils, and it's hard for your body to use these structurally. The next thing to know is don't eat vegetarian meat products and frankenfoods. There's no such thing as a field loaf, and that's disgusting. Soy-based tofu and tempeh, gluten-based seitan, and similar meat replacements are inflammatory. They are processed foods, no different than a Pop-Tart. You should avoid beans because of their lectin content unless you have gone through and you've tried beans and you've tried going off beans and you find that you actually do better on them. There are some people who process beans well, but there are many people who eat beans all the time and suffer joint problems, suffer just weird skin rashes and things like that that are tied to these immune stimulating molecules that are on the surface of beans. You can get your carbs from sweet potatoes, pumpkin, carrot, squash, and white rice instead of whole grains. Notice I said white, not brown rice. You get a bunch of extra stuff like 80 times more arsenic on your brown rice. You're not a better person if you eat brown rice. There's a reason that everyone who can afford white rice throughout Asia, throughout history, ate white rice instead of brown. You want to make sure that you get plenty of cholesterol and fat from grass-fed butter, pastured eggs, and raw nuts. And you want to supplement with vitamin D and vitamin B12. And there are specific dose recommendations in the blog post about that. Now, if you do this, you're going to eat the same template as the normal bulletproof diet. We're talking about a plate covered in green vegetables, lots of vegetables. A moderate amount of carbohydrate from vegetables like squash and sweet potatoes, maybe white rice. You're not going to load up with grains, and you're going to cover everything in lots and lots of fat like guacamole, like butter, like coconut oil, and like brain octane oil and olive oil and things like that. And when you do this, you're not going to get the excessive omega-6 that most vegetarians get. You're not going to get all the weird processed stuff, and you're going to feel an improvement in energy, and you're going to lose weight. This totally works. I think it works better if you put a little bit of animal protein on there from healthy animals, but if you don't want to do that for whatever reason, you can still shift your vegetarian diet into a bulletproof diet, and you're going to feel amazing.